Hi Year 9, I hope you got on all right last week with all the surds. Okay, this week, again, it's a topic that we've done before at the beginning of Year 9, but it's one of the first topics of higher Year 10. So I thought we'd revisit it and make sure that we're okay. So when we start back in Year 10, that we're all, tip-top with all our indices work. Okay, so this lesson we're going to look at zero and negative indices. So date and title as usual. Right. I'm going to first of all recap the rules of indices. So can you remember when you multiply indices, you add the powers. So here it would be 5 to the power 10. So we add the powers when we multiply. Remember, the base has to be the same. If they're not the same, then the rule doesn't apply. Okay, so 9 to the power 7 divided by 9 to the power 3. When we divide, we subtract the powers. You might want to add this into your notes there. Okay, so we've got when we multiply, we add the powers. When we divide, we subtract the powers. When we have a power to a power, so I've used a letter here, still doesn't matter. Okay, we multiply, so that would be a to the power 12. And then the last one, anything to the power 0 is 1. So that's just recapping our rules of indices. So you might want to put a few extra notes there about remembering what to do. Okay. Now, zero indices, so we said today we're going to look at zero and negative indices. Anything to the power 0 is 1. So that could be 53 to the power 0 is 1. T to the power 0 is 1. Okay, everything to the power 0 is 1. Okay, right. Now we're going to look at negative indices. Now, so here we've got 5 to the power minus 3. Now what we need to do is change this to the reciprocal. So can you remember what reciprocal means? It's a number and its reciprocal multiplied together to make 1. So the reciprocal of 5 is 1 over 5. We've talked before about sort of like flipping it, because 5 is 5 over 1, so if we turn that upside down, that would be 1 over 5. Now, a number and its reciprocal always multiply together to make 1. Okay, so the reciprocal of 6 would be 1/6, because 6 times a sixth is 1. The reciprocal of 2/3, okay, would be 3 over 2, because they multiply together to make 1. Okay, so just a bit of a recap then about reciprocals. I'll just write reciprocals down so you can put that in your notes. Okay, so that's how you spell reciprocal if you want to look it up. So a number and its reciprocal always multiply together to make 1. And a way of doing it is sort of flip it. So what we do here is we change it to the reciprocal. So that would be 1 over 5. And this time, because we do this, it becomes positive. Now, then we can work it out, okay? So that will be 1 over 5 cubed is 125. So the answer of 5 to the power minus 3 is 1 over 125. So it's not a negative value, it's just a very small value, okay? So here we flip the 2, so that becomes 1 over 2, and then it becomes positive, so that becomes squared. So 1 over 2 squared is 1 over 4. So 2 to the power minus 2 is 1 over 4. You can check on your calculators if you want. It'll probably say 0.25, obviously. You're always asked to put them as fractions. So you've got a quiz on this. Your answers are to be as fractions. So here we flip the 7, so that's 1 over 7, and it becomes positive. So that would be 7 to the power 1 is simply 7, so that would be a 7th. Okay, last one. 1 over 3, and then it becomes positive, so it would be 1 over 27. Right, you've got a quiz to do, so you've got to put your answers as fractions, okay? So you've got to put them as fractions, not as decimals, as fractions, else you will not get the marks. Okay, so have a go with that, and I'll speak to you next lesson.